Ta-da! Told you I would do it. There's the mustache. I can't believe I did this for you. This is so.
Oh my God! You look so good.
Yeah, it is going right, and I'm talking about the mustache here. It is going right off after the show.
Are you kidding me? You look really good.
No, I don't like it at all. No, I feel like no.
Oh my God, you look so great, guys! Please in the chat tell Rob how great he is. I mean, it can't be just me, all right? Oh my God, I need a minute. I mean, guys, for a bit of backstory, every time before the show, Rob and I talk, but this time he was like, "Oh, I'm having camera issues." Did you really have camera issues?
No, not at all.
No, you didn't.
I was just trying to
yeah, of course, I can see it now. But like, he started the show without even showing up on the screen, because usually we talk about what we're gonna talk about on the show and everything. I totally spaced out because I was so sick last week, and you told me that you were gonna, you were gonna do the mustache thing, and I totally spaced that out because, like, let's be honest, I remember almost nothing from last week's show because I was so out of it. Oh my God! No, okay, hear me out, Rob. Please, you look really good. I cannot believe that you're pulling this off. I'm so how do you expect me to do the show now?
I don't know.
Like, you look so great.
I don't.
No, please, Rob, please consider this. You look really, really great.
I don't like it. Okay, guys.
No. Like, are you kidding? No. Okay, guys. Like, let me just talk for a while because we're gonna talk a lot about the mustache afterwards.
Okay,
guys, hi. Please like the video, share the video on social media. Please send us a super chat and a humper chat at humperchats.com. Please compliment Rob on the stash, because I feel like I'm not doing it any justice. Oh my God, you look phenomenal, Rob.
Maggie's losing her shit. I was not expecting
my shit. Oh my God. Do you understand how hot you look right now?
Wow, well, that's a first. So
I mean, please. Oh my God. Okay, how do you expect me to do the show now? Oh my God.
I don't know. Good golly.
I mean, you seriously look really. You're pulling this off. I did not expect this.
Me neither.
Thank you to my friend Alex who made this happen, because you're absolutely gorgeous. I don't care what you think, Rob. Please consider this. Okay. Oh my God.
Good God. All righty. Well, as Maggie's trying to gather my thoughts. Welcome to Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. It is Friday, September 22nd. It has been a busy week. Unfortunately, we had a lot of WWE roster cuts yesterday, so people have been released from the WWE. And then we've also had some news about the WWE moving SmackDown back to the USA Network. And then there was a big AEW show in New York called AEW Grandslam. That was a pretty good show. Lots of that went on this past week, so we'll be getting into it. Guys, send in your humper chats or your super chats. We already have 2 super chats coming in, and want to say thank you to Ryan Sullivan, who sent one in, and our guy D-Lo Diggs. Ryan says, Rob looks like he's about to start in a very specific type of film made in the 70s, but I love it.
Get in there!
Yeah, that's the title of the film.
Yeah, get in there.
Rob equals the 3rd member of Mustache Mountain. All right.
There you go. Like, do like this. Oh.
All right. So, Maggie.
Okay, let's be serious for a while. Let's get into this.
All right.
Yesterday was a crappy day. Am I right?
Yeah, and like, what was so crazy is you had the script like in like really early, like, and
yeah, I did. I was like, Rob, I'm gonna be responsible. Here's the script. I want you, to take it easy, because like it's. I want you to, I'm usually the one to do this, and lately I haven't been. And I was like, please, have this. Can you put your headphones on?
Yeah, when I gotta fix them. Hold on.
Yeah, because I hear myself. Okay, so, and all of a sudden, I am the responsible one, and I did the script, and I was like, I'm ready with the script. Here's the script, and I sent Rob the script and everything. And not long after, they're like, oops, here's some stuff that needs to be added. And the thing is, when I did the script, and then I went offline because like it's my day off. I want to not look at my phone at all during my days off. And then shit started to hit the fan.
Yeah.
And that sucked really hard. And it started with Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, Mustafa Ali was the first one that announced that he was gone. Which I did not. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you saw the thumbnail cover, WWE dropping the ball, man, they dropped the ball with that, man. They did. They do not like it, and I've said this over and over on our show. They do not like it when you get yourself over. They just don't like it. Sometimes they have to give in, like they did with LA Knight.
Yes.
They gave in with Daniel Bryan at one time. They just don't like it. And Mustafa Ali was almost at that point. But what they did is they just took him off the schedule instead of when he was on fire, And granted, his injury did not help things from a couple of years ago when he got hurt and Daniel Bryan took his place. I believe it was Daniel Bryan that took his place in one of the was it the I can't. My mind right now is drawing a blank, but I believe Daniel Bryan replaced him like in a match because he got injured. Like he
got injured, and then Kofi Kingston.
Oh, Kofi. That's it. Kofi.
That was the start of Kofi Mania.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. I knew I was like somewhere off. Yeah, Kofi Mania. So who knows? And I'm not saying Kofi Mania shouldn't have happened. Obviously, Kofi Mania was fantastic, but we don't know where that would have gone with Mustafa.
Mm-hmm.
And it just sucks because the guy had it. He was great on the mic. We saw the vignettes that he did on his own. I mean, the guy's a genius. He's going to kill it wherever he goes, which
absolutely.
I hope he does the AEW route. I would love to see him go to New Japan. I just want to see the guy wrestle. Like, I hope he kind of does the
he wanted to wrestle.
Yeah. I hope he does the kind of like thing where he just goes wherever. I think we're going to see that a lot coming up because wrestlers can make a ton of money if they follow the Matt Cardona road, because that dude's making bank.
Okay. Regarding this, I don't want to be a downer or anything, but don't compare the 2021 firings to these firings, because during the pandemic era or post-pandemic era, it was a bit different. Matt Cardona, man, he's doing so great. And my personal opinion is that he will eventually land back into WWE. But having in mind that he made a name for himself in the indies, he's the indie god right now. Regarding Ali, they did the man dirty. Man, did they. We will forever have the classic between him and Buddy Murphy. You're absolutely right. We do have the opportunity to get this classic again eventually down the road, not only in AEW, but indies as well, because when you're under AEW contract, you're allowed to do indies. So that's a positive thing. Mustafa Ali, I will never forget that awful thing that happened at Money in the Bank. Do you remember the specific moment that I was talking about?
Yep.
That I am talking about. He was at the top of the ladder. He had the briefcase in his hands when they they played Brock Lesnar's music.
Yep.
And Brock Lesnar came out, and WWE made Mustafa Ali just stand on the top of the ladder doing like this.
Yeah.
Like, why? That was the stupidest thing ever.
Yep.
And yeah, they did him like such a big disservice here. Yeah. I never got over this, because Ali with a briefcase would have been something incredibly good. But not only that, but they deliberately told him to do that. Just look incredibly shocked. Do you know how much time it is from the top of the entrance to the ring, having in mind that there were a bunch of ladders in front of the ring and everything, and like bodies from people who were hurt from the match?
I don't
that
remember.
Was probably a good 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Ali was up there for 60 seconds doing nothing, and that sucked.
Made him look like an idiot.
So he made him look like an absolute goofus.
Yeah.
I hated that. I really did. And they tried the retribution route. It didn't actually work, not because of, it was creative. Like, creative had nothing for them. Like, they brought chainsaws and cut the ropes. Ooh, I'm scared. Like, what? The thing is, when Ali showed himself to be the leader of Retribution, that video has a bunch of millions of views on WWE's YouTube page. And you cannot tell me that they're not relying on social media right now. And during the pandemic, this was the most viewed segment, if I can recall.
Yeah, it was.
And that's all Ali. That's all Ali. And you mentioned Kofi Mania. He was actually supposed to be in this place. We have no idea if they would have eventually given Ali what they gave to Kofi, but Kofi got naturally over. Ali was always over with the people. Those vignettes that he shot himself, he produced himself, he shot himself, I adore them. And do you know why? Because it was something different. I always applaud WWE when they try to do something different, no matter if it's stuck or not.
Yeah.
The fact that they wanted to do something different was showing that they knew that something right now is not working. And that's saying a lot, because when you're them and you acknowledge the fact that you're doing something wrong, this is good.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
This, and like, he requested his release a while ago, but I know that he did, but like, they weren't doing anything with him at the time. He was like, do you remember every day he uploaded a video on social media just going in the ring, just sparring with someone? Oh my God. And we were all of us were, push this man.
Yep.
I want this man on TV, please. And then he requested his release, and they didn't give it to him. Having in mind that they were cutting people at the time, he didn't get a release. And now that they're finally doing something with him, he was supposed to have a North American Championship match at No Mercy.
Yeah.
And now that they were actually doing something with him, they cut him. The irony, Rob. The irony. And I pointed this out on Twitter. Ali was always the one to point out ridiculous booking.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like he was angry on this week's NXT because Dragon Lee was getting a North American Championship match before him. And Mustafa Ali was the one to beat Dragon Lee for a number one's contender match for the very same title. Now, this isn't me taking a shot at Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee rocks. I love Dragon Lee. I'm taking a shot at booking, which is really, really, really weird. And he pointed this out. He pointed it out. And he was like, I beat the guy for a number one championship opportunity. And then after he got beat, then he's getting the first shot at the title. What in what universe is that okay? People on Twitter were like, they had the audacity to tell me where this was the storyline. It's a fucking stupid storyline.
Yeah.
It's a really shitty storyline. And Mustafa Ali knew that.
Yep.
Jesus.
No, exactly.
I would love to see him on the Indies. I would love to see him in AEW. But at Impact is probably a place for Tennille Dashwood, Emma, and Riddick Moss. I suppose we're going to talk about them right now. Emma was so incredibly happy because WWE are going to Australia. And she was incredible. Yeah, she was incredibly happy. And you were like, oh, yes, we're going to Australia. And then minutes later, she retweeted her own tweet. Yeah. And she was like, yeah, my bad. No, I'm fired.
Yeah, that was awful. I felt
that was so awful.
Yeah, I mean, I laughed with her, but I felt awful.
Yeah, but exactly. Like she meant it to be hilarious. Yeah. Because it's kind of.
Yeah, exactly. And then you had, I mean, Rick Boogs, Leah, Elias, AJ Top Dollar, Francis, Riddick Moss, Shelton Benjamin, Dolph Ziggler.
Man, Shelton Benjamin, Jesus.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
Quincy Elliott, Bryson Montana, Dana Brooke, Mace or Mache, whatever they want to call him. Mace. Shanky, Dabakato, rather.
Yabba Dabakato.
Yeah, Yabba Dabakato. Ulysses Leon, Daniel MacArthur, Kevin Ventura, Cortez, Alexis Gray, Brooklyn Barlow, Ikeman Jiro, and somebody else just got released. I saw the name.
What? No. Did you mention Dolph Ziggler?
Yeah, I did say Dolph, I think. Abul Dhabi Fitzgerald.
I feel like I should know who that is.
I don't know.
Level Up, I suppose.
Maybe. I don't even know. I don't remember the name. So, but I put it in the chat. So, that's who who just got released, I guess. I don't know if that was today or if it was yesterday. Something.
Yeah.
It just became public though.
The same thing I said about Ali goes for Dana Brooke as well. And having in mind that the I'm not gonna lie, the only work I've enjoyed from Dana Brooke was the 24/7 shenanigans that they had. The fact that I'm not a fan of Dana Brooke doesn't mean that I don't acknowledge, how far she went. She's gone, from in-ring perspective. She's incredibly athletic. They could have done something with her, and they just started doing something with her at NXT.
Yeah,
the same as Dolph Ziggler, the same as Ali. And while we're talking about NXT, there are a bunch of stuff that we can say about Dolph Ziggler. Jesus Christ, he had. If you perceive for Seth Rollins to have the best cash-in ever, which you might think that he did, like it was at the main event of WrestleMania. It was against Roman Reigns. He pinned Roman Reigns, and that's a huge thing. But like a close second is Dolph Ziggler cashing in on that.
Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah, I was thinking of an adjective. Okay, whatever.
Oh, well, yeah. No, I mean, that's fine. Too,
I know. But... Yeah, that's fine. The crowd erupted. I thought that the place was going to crash down. Of course, AJ Lee was there. Hi. Big E had amazing things to say about Dolph Ziggler on Twitter yesterday. Everybody did. I appreciate that. John Cena, 554 WWE matches.
Yeah.
Televised matches. Like, not talking about house shows or anything. Televised matches. almost like close to beating Kane's record. Like Kane is the only one to have more. And Kane has been there for 5,000 years, so that's saying something. Yeah. So he was the workhorse of the 2014 Survivor Series. He was the sole survivor against the Authority. Then Sting came out, if you remember this. I remember this so clearly. I remember it so much because that was in recent history one of, my favorite Survivor Series moments ever. And it was all downhill from there. After those he never got pushed afterwards. He had amazing matches with Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. After that, he was great with Kofi Kingston. I mean, Dolph Ziggler took selling to a next level. Like, if you're talking about greatest WWE sellers right now, you talk about Dolph Ziggler, you talk about Sami Zayn, AJ Styles. Like, those are ridiculously good in-ring competitors. And Dolph Ziggler will be fine, by the way. He has his comedian show. He can do indies. He can tag with his own brother right now.
Yeah.
Having in mind that Dolph Ziggler has been on BTE a lot because because of, the shows that he's been having with his brother. And again, he'll be fine. It's not as if they did anything with him from like in the past months. I don't remember when. I feel like the last time I remember Dolph Ziggler was when he went back to NXT. Do you remember that crowd popping for Dolph? Because he was never in NXT. No, he wasn't in it.
Well, he was FCW back in the day.
But but that's
not FCW. He was with Ohio Valley, so he was he was never in NXT. The Valley. Yeah, he was never down there.
Yeah, okay, but like the ovation that he got, he was so good. Oh my god, I wanted, like, a part of me wanted Dolph to hang around at NXT for a while, but I don't know, man. It's such a bummer. Like, it sucks so much. Because, like, all of these people are, the main roster ones are so ridiculously good and talented. They're gonna be okay. But like the NXT ones, they're probably gonna make their way back to WWE at some point. If they get some reps, on the indies, it's gonna be fine. Like, having a member of the WWE roster on your resume, like, it can take you places.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm absolutely. So I'm kind of not worried, but like it always sucks. You never want someone to lose their jobs.
No, never. And that was where I was going to go next. I mean, that was the thing that sucked yesterday. You saw a lot of people just be I stayed off of Twitter most of the day, believe it or not, because I knew what I'd see. And I still saw a little bit of it today.
Yeah.
I can't stand days like yesterday because you just see so many people like, oh, why did they not let this person go? Like, like,
oh, this person was let go, but this person is still like there. That. Like, don't do that.
Yeah. That's the thing. Do that. Like, that's awful. And they're lucky I don't get to run the Fightful account because those people would be blocked right away because we don't need that.
Yeah, okay, they'll be blocked, but like,
well, no, I'm just saying, like, it was one of those things where, I mean, people could say what they want, and I they wouldn't be blocked. It would just be they'd be muted because I don't have any desire to like hear that. They're not. They're more of just a awful person than they are a wrestling fan. Like, and that just tells you like that's awful. It's disgusting that people are like that. I mean, it's just one of those things. I just can't stand it. I don't like people. Nobody likes people losing their jobs or normal people.
Like, normal people don't.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I look at I think about some of the matches that I've seen Shelton Benjamin have, and the fact that they never let him have some of those matches that he could have.
Out here, yeah, we were out here like last week or the week before, crapping on the fact that they had a really, really good thing with the Hurt Business, and now they have Hurt Business 2.0, and we were like, well, why would you do that, having in mind that you have, Cedric Alexander or Shelton Benjamin? Oh, wait, no, that's gone. And someone on the live stream with Sean yesterday mentioned the fact that imagine Shelton Benjamin in the BCC.
Yeah,
that writes itself, I feel like. But
I mean, some of the solo matches. I mean, we could do a show just dream matching with the people that got released. I said last night to our friend Great Fowler, I mean, I would love to see Dolph Ziggler and Kenny Omega match.
Everyone does.
Yeah, I mean, that's one match.
That's a dream match. That's a dream match. Like, having in mind that the only place we've seen Dolph Ziggler is at WWE.
Yeah.
And you know that WWE has some restrictions on stuff, on in-ring ability. Imagine what that guy can do, because we have no idea. Like,
that's the same with Ali. Yeah.
That's the same with Ali. And because we see how amazing AJ Styles is, but we all know the TNA AJ Styles, right?
Yeah. New Japan,
New Japan AJ, like, we all knew that AJ Styles, yet we still like this AJ Styles, having in mind that he has such a limited arsenal of moves that he's allowed to do in the ring right now.
Just bad news. So we'll move on from the roster.
By the way, everyone go and tell Sean what a great person he is. Like, yesterday was not great for people reporting, situations like this. Tell John Alba how you love the guy. Tell Sean that he's a wonderful person and he's short, by the way. Like, tell those people just how wonderful they are. Andrew Zarian, like, what a perfect hair he has. Like, tell these people how much you appreciate them, because yesterday was really hard for them.
And shout out to Jeremy Lambert, who worked all damn day yesterday, like literally
all day.
Yeah,
like they ruined.
Yeah. So let's move on from the roster talk. So yesterday it was announced that WWE will be returning their SmackDown show to USA Network. So it will be leaving Fox here in the United States. Now I know internationally that doesn't really have an effect on international viewers, but here it's a pretty big deal, because there's talk that now Raw and NXT will be moving off the USA Network, which is very...
Where?
That's what I believe it was Variety reported it.
No, where are they moving?
Oh, that they don't know yet.
Yeah, there's been I'm asking you to speculate.
Oh, sorry. Oh, thank you. From a lot of the speculation that I've seen, like, I don't know why it's gone up, because maybe it's just Amazon's where a lot of the talk's been coming from, but I don't know if
because of Nick Khan.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I don't know why it's just jumped considerably. I don't know. Like, he said something last week. I don't know if he said something else yesterday or the day before, but it just like skyrocketed with Amazon.
Yeah, he's been putting over Amazon a lot. Okay, that's just, everyone, like, how you think that everything is set for a reason, and then you go nitpicking about everything, I'm still waiting for AEW to start streaming on HBO Max, because I have HBO Max, okay? I want AEW to stream there.
I'm just, like, there's something that scares me about this is, or not, okay, worries me is, yeah, they can get a lot of viewers, but I see them losing in the long run live events. Like live event revenue with them not being on cable. That part kind of makes me wonder. It really does. So I'm very curious to see what this does. If that happens, who knows? I mean, there's still a possibility NBC Universal makes a play. There's still a possibility of ABC, Disney making a play. Who knows? Nobody knows for sure yet. But it'll be interesting.
WWE moving away from Fox is really weird to me, because don't they have that ridiculously good rating because of the fact that they were on Fox?
Yeah, but the thing is maybe money-wise, Fox doesn't see it as like worth it when they can create their own shows and maybe get around the same amount of, they can still make the same amount of money, I guess, or they can just get rights to who knows. I mean, that's the thing. I know I said it a couple of weeks ago that they're gonna save some money because of one of the college football.
They saved money because they cut a bunch of people off.
Yeah, that's what Soupy says. WWE isn't moving away from Fox. Fox is letting SmackDown go, per se. Like there's better money for WWE.
So you're practically telling me that ratings don't matter.
Well, maybe like money wise, for WWE it goes where the money is. For Fox, what they're saying is, this is me making an assumption. What I'm saying is Fox looks at it from a perspective of, look, we can put money into this, but we can make maybe more by going with something else. That's the way I look at it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think they don't want to spend that amount of money.
So what do you think they're going for?
Oh, I think it's too early to tell right now, because who knows? I mean, they might try to get like a sporting event on Friday nights. Maybe they can try to go for a college football, something in the fall, or they might try to just do another. Fox is like the king of reality TV lately, and I know me and you don't really care for too much reality TV.
Yeah, no.
So I mean, but it seems like they have a new reality TV show every week, so they could do that. I mean, there's so many different options that they do. It's, who knows. The other thing about
I have a question. I know it may sound really, really stupid, but like I do not understand, that side of the business. Like, if the WWE network can only be viewed outside of the state, why not put Raw, SmackDown, and NXT and all the shows that you have to stream on the network? Like, in the States, you don't get the network. You get Peacock, and you don't get those things on the Peacock because you have USA Network and Fox and everything. The rest of the world doesn't have that. Yeah. So when we have the opportunity to view the network, why not put these shows? I don't understand this. Like, you understand this? Explain it to me.
Well, it comes down to revenue. They get more revenue by doing it that way. By having it in separate like places, they make more money by doing that here in the States. They can do that because
but like the network doesn't matter in the States.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can make it not matter because they're getting paid more by the NBC Universal and the Hulus and stuff like that. They make more money by separating it all out here in the United States than they would in Europe or Japan, wherever. That's why they keep the network.
You're telling me that these shows are gonna be on an individual network because like we don't have USA Network here.
No,
the rest of the world doesn't get USA Network. If they're gonna be on Amazon, I get that. The whole world has Amazon.
So Bonkers here, like he says, in the UK, like SmackDown and Raw are on TNT.
Yeah, that's on TNT Sports, which is weird.
Yeah. So it goes down to rights. Who pays? That's the thing. Like, I mean, there was talk a couple of months ago where people were saying that TNT or HBO, excuse me, let me rephrase her. A couple of weeks ago, I don't know if you remember, but there were rumors about, and Sean pretty much stopped those rumors about saying that Warner was interested in WWE, and he stopped.
No, that's
no, crap. But I'm just saying. Remember those rumors were going.
Yeah, that was really funny.
But that was the thing. Like, it just comes down to rights. They're gonna go where the money is. Yeah. That's just the way it is.
Oh no, they're gonna go to Shane McMahon. Oh no.
Yeah. So that's what it comes down to with TV rights. Yeah, there you go. Super, you know what to do there.
Yeah.
So they just go down where the money goes. That's the way corporate.
Yeah, that's corporate as corporate can get. Like,
Yeah,
let us go and make more money after we've had a lot of money. So let's cut a bunch of people and then make even more money.
So, and that's the thing. Like where you're at. Like, so you have access to WWE Network. They know they can't make as much money selling to a network in Europe, so they just have WWE Network available because they'd rather make something than nothing, you know.
Exactly.
So,
and imagine how more they will get if we have, because I would pay for WWE Network if I can watch Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah. So, but yeah, there's something else too that was announced. WWE's going back to Australia for a big premium live event. They are going to Perth, Australia in February for WWE Elimination Chamber pay-per-view or premium live event. So they are going back to a large stadium crowd, which is going to be pretty cool for our friends down in Australia. So that's awesome.
I love this for them. This is gonna be so great. Like Australia's deserved a bunch of shows. I know Impact went to Australia and they had such a great time there.
Yeah. So, yeah, good. I mean, we love the international shows because it just shows how great the crowd just gets into it. And
absolutely, like the rest of the world is incredibly hungry for wrestling. And wrestling shouldn't be only in the States. Like, I know, like, the origin is North America, but like, come on, come to
spread it out.
There's amazing wrestling in the entire world. Let me just stop you before you say something stupid.
Yeah, that's probably good. But yeah, and it does suck that Emma got released before it, and
absolutely that sucks so much. Like you have Grayson Waller there, and who?
They have Rhea Ripley. You have
Rhea Ripley, yes.
Tegan's from New Zealand, right?
Yeah, she's from New Zealand.
And Dakota's from New Zealand, or where's she from? I think
she's from New Zealand.
Okay, so I mean, I thought they had more than 2 people from Australia. Weird.
Rhea Ripley and Grayson Waller are the ones who
Bronson Reed's from New Zealand, right? Or is he from Australia? Yeah, either way. Big Bronson Reed. I don't know.
Bearcat Bronson Reed?
Yeah, Bearcat, yeah. But either way, okay, so people are saying in the chat he's from Australia, so that's good. So there's another person. Cool. So there's a few, and there you go. I saw that New Day. I saw that Kofi and Xavier were down in Australia for the announcement, so that's good.
Yeah, they were hugging a bunch of koalas. That was so great.
Yep. So yeah, Soupy and Bonker say that that Bronson Reed is Aussie. Mm-hmm. All right, Maggie, let's talk about the little AEW Grand Slam. First off, what did you think of the Grand Slam show?
Well, I told you that for me it was a mini pay-per-view, Rob. I enjoyed the crap out of it, apart from 2 things. 2 injuries that happened on the show. They sucked so much. Like, they opened with Eddie Kingston winning the Ring of Honor World Championship and retaining his New Japan Strong Openweight Championship. Rob, Eddie Kingston finished his story before Cody Rhodes did.
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston finally beat Claudio, and not only that, they did the Code of Honor after the show. Eddie won Claudio's respect. after that. Like, it was their kind of respect. Like, it wasn't, shake hands and like make eye contact and everything. Like, they shook hands, he gave him the title, and he split.
Yeah, they're not going to call each other to go out for coffee or like.
Yeah, like Claudio isn't going to invite Eddie Kingston in his coffee shop or anything. Like, that's not going to happen. By the way, I want to try Claudio's coffee. I really do. I'm a coffee addict, so I would love that.
Oh, Indy Hartwell's from Australia too, by the way. So there we go.
Oh yeah, thank you, sweetie. Yes, yeah. Well, I forget because she's not on my television.
Yeah.
Like, imagine her having a tag team partner and actually doing with that women's tag team division. How did that go?
Thought? Yeah.
Who would have thought? Yeah. Yeah. So I thought that they were gonna open Dynamite with this match, because how can't you? The moment I saw that this was actually opening up Dynamite, I was sure that Eddie was winning, because you wanna open up with something to make the crowd incredibly happy, and that's the way to do it. Giving Eddie a win in New York is such a wholesome moment, and let me just say that I adore the fact that Kate was there and she lived that moment with those fans and everything.
Yeah, she wasn't getting chicken tenders. It's good.
Yeah, she wasn't getting chicken. Like, it wasn't a women's match. Yeah. I love this for her. I hope that she didn't have a voice after that, because she deserves it. Man, such a wonderful moment. I love that. I loved it.
You know what I like about, and this is kind of off topic, this is what I like about wrestling shows, like big wrestling shows, is our friends get to see their friends and stuff like that. So that's what's cool about this. So, like,
I know
Kate got to see Kate, yeah, she got to see Caden, but she also got to see she saw Will. Yes, yeah, she saw Cassidy, she saw I think she saw Will. I mean, she saw SP3. She saw I mean, she saw a lot of people, so it's good. I like that. That's good. I'm anxious for that one day myself, to see people that I haven't seen in a while. So
you will,
yeah,
in a year.
Yeah, there we go. So you had Chris Jericho versus Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, the interesting thing about this isn't the match itself. It's the match was good, by the way. It was absolutely great. But Guevara joins the Callis family after the match. After he,
there you go, Corey. Yeah, you get to live it up.
Yeah, I was kind of concerned that it was right on, like right over his head, Corey's head, and I was like concerned for that. Yeah, Guevara punched, kicked Chris Jericho in the groin.
In the dick,
so, yeah, in the dick hole. So it's, I don't know what to think about that. You know, the thing I enjoyed was the backstage altercation with Daniel Garcia. I also love the fact that Tony Khan did the Daniel Garcia dance after the show.
Yeah, Stevie Richards didn't like it.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, did they enjoy Stephanie McMahon and Triple H dancing with the New Day in the ring? I bet the entire world enjoyed that, but Tony Khan dancing, or shit, God forbid. So, I'm interested to see where this goes. We're probably going to get Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia match. I'm not going to be mad about that, because those two are awesome with each other. But I'm going to give it time. I just wonder, because like Will Ospreay was such a huge part of this, and he's not even mentioned now. This pisses me off. Like, he's going to have a wonderful match with Speedball Mike Bailey. Bound for Glory. It's a Bound for Glory, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I can't wait for this match. It's probably going to be one of match of the year contender, and it hasn't even happened yet. But that's you know, the Will Ospreay mark in me talking. That's nothing else. We did have the international championship.
It was.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't want to just. Yeah, that dance that he was doing was Prince Nana's dance. So.
I love that. Prince Nana is a gem. Like, protect the guy at all costs, please. Yes. Then we had the international championship with Rey Fenix versus John Moxley. That was a scary moment right there. The ending was weird, and the referee is to blame.
Well,
I'm so sorry. Was it Rick Knox? It was Rick Knox.
Yeah. So there's a couple
you
of things.
You should have counted to 3. The
yes.
guy should have counted to 3. That was a really, really weird finish to the match.
There's a couple of things that went wrong in that match, obviously.
Of course.
From the start, like when
I'm gonna be real professional and go pour myself some water, but continue speaking. Okay. I will hear you.
So what, like at the beginning of the match, if you saw when Rey Fenix dove off the platform, or whatever they want to call it, the ramp, that's when a lot of people think it, based on what it looks like. I mean, I'm not a doctor, even though I play one on Pornhub. That's where it looks like the problem started with Moxley. Let's be real here. The fact that match went on and nobody caught that, like at the beginning of the way. Granted, I know some people said that Moxley was selling. Well, they thought he was selling. You know, the ref or even the trainer should check on that. They check, at least. They do. That's what they're supposed to do. If they can't tell, or if they're, you know, that's what I'm saying. They need to check. Rick Knox, I don't know. Somebody replayed the footage yesterday on Twitter, or day before, or no, it was that yesterday, where they showed when during the pandemic, when there was a trios match with Dark Order and Alex Reynolds got knocked out, and literally Rick Knox never checked on him. Like the Butcher and the Blade had to basically pull, or the Butcher, or the Blade had to basically pull him to the corner. I mean, like Rick never checked on him at all, and the guy's knocked out. It was ridiculous. I know shit happens. I get that. Shit happens. I understand that. The fact that that things weren't, that it wasn't caught, and I get it. Like, again, shit happens. Somebody, I think, should have caught it, but the fact that they didn't, it bothers me. But the fact that they had to do the pin again, that should have never happened.
No, that should have never happened. And it never would have happened if Rick Knox would have just counted the 3. That was amateur hour right here. I'm sorry. I'm not throwing stones or anything. He should have kept kayfabe and just counted to 3. Regarding the dive that Rey Fenix did, you're talking about the one that he put John Moxley on the rail, you know? Are you referring to that dive?
No, I'm where he basically he basically,
or the dive in front of the commentator's table.
I think it was in front of the commentator. Like, basically, it's like when he did the somersault, like into him, like he flipped off the platform, like ran, and it was like pretty much at the beginning of the match, I believe.
There was a spot where he put John Moxley on the guardrail right in front of the fans, in a gut wrench position. And then he dove from the ring because, like, I saw that at that spot, because the camera was right there, Moxley rubbed his head to tell him that he was okay.
Yeah. Ramp flip from the floor.
Ramp flip to the floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where it happened. That's where it looked like it happened to me. And based on everything that...
The camera spot, the really cool camera spot where he dove right over. Man, that was
that was
brilliant shot. That was a really good shot. But if this was the part where he got injured, I never went back to watch the match because it was I didn't want to see that.
Yeah.
Naturally. And I didn't get to see, the discourse or on where specifically he got hurt. The fact that he went back on his own 2 feet, he was okay. But again, this sort of thing happens. I just wish, again, it's always like wrestlers' well-being always comes first. Like, fuck all the things that should have happened in this match. Fuck the ending and everything. We just hope Moxley is okay. He's a professional. I hope that he gets the time he needs to recover.
Yeah.
As opposed to, going all Moxley and just showing to work regardless. Like, don't do that. Like, take all the time you need, like, heal up and then just come back. Yeah. Because we want you around for a long, long time. But yeah, we did get a brand new international championship in the eyes of Rey Fenix. I hope that they actually give him a proper reign, have a bunch of defenses.
Yeah.
Because like that's the workhorse title. I feel like it's been defended in almost every episode of Dynamite. So it's been defended every week. If it's not on Dynamite, it's going to be on Rampage or whatever. So yeah, I hope they do something with that championship. We got the women's championship match, Saraya versus Toni Storm. Toni Storm is doing her best work right now. And I'm glad Saraya won because Toni Storm's character right now, the thing that she's doing, her gimmick doesn't work with her being happy.
Yeah.
I don't think so. She's so good. Chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe. Like that's Jesus. That's money. That's absolute money. So AEW World Championship match. Man, that was so good. MJF and Samoa Joe. Some pre-story. The Kingdom and Adam Cole were visiting Roderick Strong in the hospital. They were reading to him like a bunch of cards that fans and friends sent. It was so ridiculous. And then Adam Cole shows up and he's Adam.
Yeah. I know that was I enjoyed the match. Like I like that.
Adam.
Yeah, that yeah, that was weird. I mean, it sucks how it happened, but yeah, other than that, I enjoyed it.
No. Like I'm talking about the hospital segment before.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the entire match too. Sorry, that led up to it. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I was talking about the hospital.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Then my bad.
Before the match, that was so great. I enjoyed like this. I've enjoyed Roderick Strong's goofiness extremely terrifyingly much. Like I'm not supposed like I never thought that I will enjoy a stupid and silly thing such as this, but like here we go. Like Roderick Strong has never been like he was never a good promo. Like in the ring, like just put him in the ring and have him kill everyone. Like that's what he does. Like he'll break your back and everything. But like on the mic, like he's not that person. But the thing that he's doing right now works so well, and I cannot wait for him to speak. And the stupid thing is, he's gonna get over.
Yeah,
he's gonna get over with this. This is gonna be so weird.
This was
yeah. He told I can't see him. And she's like, Roddy, open your eyes.
Yeah, I know. And like this, and this I agree with. They need to do like a dual hospital bed for they're right beside each other.
Right. Like I hope that they turn this into, because at the end of the match between MJF and Samoa Joe, Adam Cole came out and like this was a freak injury. Okay, like he jumped from the ramp to the floor, and because like it was a Daily's Place ramp, you know, it was leading right towards the ring, and then he twigged his ankle, like the awkwardly, and I'm like, oh, was this supposed to happen? And then he was, you know, limping, and I'm like, oh, fucking hell no.
Yeah.
And then he was limping throughout the entire, you know, end of the show, and I'm like, well, okay, like two people, seriously, two people on that amazing show that they had, two people. I mean, come on. And if this leads to, he went straight to the hospital. People told everyone that he was on crutches after that. I have no idea what the severity of the injury is. Because like he is a champion. He's Ring of Honor tag team champion with MJF. They haven't been on Ring of Honor, or have they? Have they been? I haven't watched Ring of Honor in weeks. I don't think I'm missing anything.
You're not missing a damn thing.
Yeah, I know. Apart from Athena, right? Because like she's the queen.
That stuff's good. Athena,
that stuff's good. Yeah,
Yeah, you haven't missed anything. They might have had promos, but I don't believe so. But I mean, if they've done promos, that they've been short, because I would have.
Yeah. I would have remembered that.
Yeah. Other than, I mean, the match. Are we going straight into the match now too, or Samoa Joe, or are we?
Yeah. Absolutely. Jesus, the match was so great. Like every time we forget that MJF is a wrestler.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do like how they went into the history. Like, I liked how Excalibur mentioned before the match started how this all led from a push or a shove. I think he said shove. I love that. I absolutely loved it that he said that. He didn't have to
say that. And Sean says this all the time. Wrestling history is AEW history, and they do this so well.
Yeah, please. And that's good. Like, I like it. I like when WWE said that about like Cody, like when somebody says, well, you went to the other company or something like that. When they do that, I like wrestling history. I like that. I like the fourth wall being broken down. You know, it's good.
Because it shows you that they know that their audience isn't stupid.
It's rewarding to the audience. It shows that some of your audience is always watching, and I think that's a great thing. I will never forget the moment when Michael Cole said New Japan on commentary on Raw, and I was like, fucking what? Well, I mean, he said another one that he said a few.
PWG. He said PWG, and I was like, I'm sorry, what? Are we acknowledging other wrestling now? Oh my God.
We have another super chat here. Love the mustache.
Alex, this is Alex.
Alex, love the mustache. This super chat is so we can have it for next week as well. Happy to see Maggie not sick and cranky. Your smile lights up the room. I thought he was talking to me there. No, I'm kidding.
He's obviously talking about you.
Know.
Like, come on, you gotta keep. Look at that. You look so great.
It's so weird. Okay.
It's really not. I cannot imagine you without it right now. I'm serious. Please consider.
Okay, we'll see. I don't. It's weird.
It's not. It's really nice.
So we have the AEW Grandslam preview. The AEW
Rampage.
Rampage Grandslam. AEW,
it is going to be 2 hours, which sucks. I am so sorry for everyone in attendance that had to sit for 4+ hours. This isn't right.
Well, the good thing is they did it differently than they did last year. They filmed 2 matches before Dynamite started.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, and then they filmed like the other matches, and then like all the promos and stuff. From what I understand, some of the promos weren't seen, I believe.
Okay.
From what I gather, I don't know if that's completely true. But so they weren't exactly there for an additional 2 hours. So that's a good thing.
Okay, that's a good thing. That is a good thing.
But tonight we have the AEW World Trios Championship, Billy Gunn and the Acclaim taking on the Dark Order. We have Darby Allin.
They claim aren't losing those championships.
Nah. Darby Allin and Sting taking on Christian Cage and Luchasaurus.
Christian Cage, that menace.
Yeah.
That menace.
A lot of daddies. A lot of kids with no daddies out there.
Yeah, is Edge gonna come to AEW?
I don't know.
You said previously that you were almost sure that he was.
Well, I'm still pretty sure he does, but I
Christian
honestly
has been dropping hints. I wasn't tagging with my regular partner. Oh, who's your regular partner? How many times has he tagged with Luchasaurus? How many?
Yeah.
Oh, who's that regular partner that he's talking about?
Chris Jericho. That was the other partner that he had at one time. I was joking.
Yeah,
but
that
anyways.
was obviously the one I was speaking about.
You have your guy Mike Santana in action.
I do have that Mike.
Julia Hart versus Sky Blue. You have the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Title contenders match. The Kingdom taking on the Righteous, the Best Friends, and the Hardys all in that match. And then the Ring of Honor World Six-Man.
Suppose that the Kingdom win that match, right?
Yeah,
because
I would.
They are the logical ones.
That's who I would think. And granted, I have not seen spoilers, and neither has Maggie, so do not put them in the chat.
Yeah, please don't spoil anything. First of all, and second of all, you gotta wonder if Adam Cole's condition has anything to do with this match. Because if they're gonna postpone MJF and Adam Cole versus the Kingdom, because I would assume that they would drop those championships to the Kingdom. And if Adam Cole isn't okay now, that someone else wins it now, and some shenanigans get pulled, and then they drop the titles to the Kingdom in a proper match. I don't know. Like, I have no idea. I haven't watched any spoilers. Then you have the Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Championship, the Mobile Embassy, which are the champions, versus the Hung Bucks. Hung Bucks are gonna win, right?
I would hope so.
Yeah, they're like, it's.
I think
if Swerve costs them the match, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I think they win because I'm willing to bet it. I see a tag team. I see titles changing hands tonight, but I just don't see the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn losing them. So I would think Mogul Embassy would lose.
The other trios, right?
Yeah, yeah. So AEW Collision preview. TNT Championship match, Luchasaurus defending his title against Darby Allin and Christian Cage. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that will be interesting. Like it was a 2-on-1 match or whatever.
Now this one's going to need the fire extinguisher. Jay White versus Andrade.
Oh my God. Fucking yes, give it to me.
Put the women and kids to bed.
How you kids?
Yeah, it's going to be fire. AEW Tag Team Championship match, FTR taking on the Workhorsemen, JD Drake and Anthony Henry. I'm actually looking forward to this match.
It is. I didn't appreciate the audience chanting, "Who are you?"
Yeah, well, didn't like that, but
didn't like that. Rob Van Dam's going to be in action.
Yeah, I wonder who they have him taking on. So, I mean, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
And then you have the Texas Death Match between Ricky Starks and Bryan Danielson.
Can those two have a regular match, please? Like, please.
I don't know.
Like, who's gonna bleed first?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, Collision looks good.
It does. So does Rampage, by the way.
You ready? I'll grab the photo. So,
well, you don't need a photo. It's like basically a planet.
Okay.
Yeah. Guys, NASA just found an ocean world with atmosphere, which is, the best place to look for life. Actually, there
it is. Look at that. It's Earth.
It's basically Earth, and that's Mars.
Yeah.
It even has a Mars. They think it's okay to occupy because they detected a molecule called dimethyl sulfide on Earth. This is produced by life. The bulk of this dimethyl sulfide is in Earth's atmosphere, and it's emitted from phytoplankton. For those of you who don't know, phytoplankton converts the sun's rays into energy to support themselves, and they take carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. This is one of the reasons why they think this is a planet that's okay to be occupied. I have a question, and I know that because I'm not a scientist. Okay, I think that's perfectly clear. But how egotistical must the human beings be in order to think that the only way for life to happen is to live the way we do? If you understand what I'm asking. Like, we live by breathing, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Fightful Select can report. I don't know.
Why are we so full of ourselves that we think that all life has to breathe in order to survive? Like, shouldn't they, have a totally different way of living? Like, they could be like breathing coal. I don't know, and not drink water, and like survive in a totally different way that we do.
Oh, I'm sure there's.
Why is that? Why is that? Like, why do they say that? Because the first planet that's kind of like Earth, maybe there's life there, and I'm like, what makes you think that there isn't any life on the other planets? And they're like, well, because there's no water there. Maybe don't need water. Maybe they don't need to breathe. Maybe they don't need love.
Jesus. Well, as Hathaway said,
that took a totally different direction.
Yeah, that's the once famous poet said. Hathaway, what is love?
Yeah, baby, don't hurt me.
Yeah, don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me. No more. Oh
shit! We just gave Soupy more material.
What is love?
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just a genuine question. A genuine, like, do you believe in life in other planets, Rob?
I think there's life out there. Yes.
Yeah. And do you think it lives the exact same way as we do? Do you think they need water? Do you think that they love cats and dogs more than people?
Oh, wouldn't surprise me. I mean, nothing surprises me anymore. So, with what's out there, like the galaxies and stuff, absolutely. There's nothing I don't question.
How do you think they reproduce?
With their fist.
Fistful Select, yeah.
Yep, Fistful Select.
Yeah. That's a whole different episode of South Park, by the way. The ones that the aliens wanted to cancel the show.
Soupy sent a super chat, says, guys, I can't go over 220 in these videos. Chill. There you go.
Hey, you can clip those, okay?
Yeah.
You can put them together.
Alex says,
actually. Actually. Yeah, there you go. I mean, there finally may be life on other planets. We are not alone. We do believe. We love Fox Mulder. Don't we?
Yeah. I had no idea how. This is off topic, by the way, real quick. I had no idea how much of an influence that show has, like, with Twin Peaks. Twin
Peaks has an influence on.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Not the other way around. Well, you know that David Duchovny has a role in.
Yeah.
In Twin Peaks.
Yep.
Well, he had that role before X-Files started.
Yeah.
Actually, the character of Fox Mulder is influenced by one of the detectives in Fire Walk with Me.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
did not know that.
If you watch Fire Walk with Me, you'll Jesus, I forgot the detective's name.
Bitch Slap.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, and Fox Mulder was based on the character of that detective.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk some WWE. Are you ready?
The Rock.
How about that?
Yeah, I jumped out of my couch.
Yeah.
Because last week we were on the show talking about him being a guest on the Pat McAfee show.
Mm-hmm.
And right after our show ended, I went to bed and I texted you, Rob, is The Rock going to be on SmackDown tonight? And you didn't text me back.
Yeah.
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 And then
there's a reason.
Up. Yeah, there's a reason. Then I woke up, I made some coffee, sat down, and then my jaw dropped. So I cried a bit. Is this a one-off thing?
For now, yeah. I mean, will he come back? Like,
no, I'm not talking about him being on SmackDown more. I'm talking about, was this a one-off like last time, where he didn't come back for years and years and years to come?
No, he'll be back soon. I'm convinced. So I don't remember where I read it, or maybe it was Jimmy Vance said it on the Listing Your Boy, or the bump, or the hump.
The hump.
Maybe it was him. Somebody said it and it made sense. Like he saw that reaction and he got that pop, and you just know he wants to, like, it's been a while since he's gotten that.
It's been a while, yeah.
So he's like, they think that might have like got him back into it. Like, maybe. I think we'll see him in Philadelphia. I really, really do. I'm curious.
What happens to Cody, Rob?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm afraid of. I want them to let him finish the story. So
No.
What?
Do you know what's going to happen?
Oh, I know what's going to happen.
The Rock is going to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. Cody is either going to dethrone Gunther at WrestleMania, or face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania and get that belt. So they're going to postpone for another year to next at WrestleMania 41. Because
this is what I think they should.
WWE does that thing where they confuse long-term storytelling with I want to smash something in my forehead storytelling. Yeah. They risk the fans to stop giving a crap about this whatsoever, and they're eventually gonna not care about Cody Rhodes because, if
the one thing. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go
ahead. The one thing too is, I mean, this is a lot of speculation. We don't know like what's going on. I mean, the writer strike is going to be done.
Mm-hmm.
So that might play a big effect on things. I mean, we'll have to see where this goes. So that'll.
It's so funny. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, this is so like, I will never stop saying that Cody Rhodes should have won that title.
Oh yeah.
This year's WrestleMania, he really should have. It made no sense, 0 sense whatsoever, Rob. 0.
Yep.
So.
Exactly. It made no sense to do it. It didn't help. Like, it didn't help the sell.
What is happening?
People made the excuse that they wanted to keep Roman. I saw the excuse, and I don't believe it for 1 second that there's any truth to this, or it makes any sense. This is just my opinion, that they wanted to keep the title on Roman because it would help the company look better when they tried to sell it. That was one of the things that people were saying. I thought that was so ridiculous. I just do.
Yeah, okay, but like, what do we have now? A champion that's not even
on TV. Show. Yes, exactly.
Not on TV. And like, how do you do that? Like, how, like, what? Like, even Brock was there.
Yeah.
Like, even Brock, like, and that's a low bar. Like Brock Lesnar being a champion and you being worse than Brock, that is a Jesus. No, like don't play rogue with that. I was, because The Rock, I was kind of bummed out because like he buried Austin Theory. Like I don't think there's ever going back with Austin Theory, because like I'm not such a big fan of Austin Theory, because like he beat John Cena, and what happened after that? Like nothing. Like nothing happened after that. And now The Rock, like I'm a fan of, I love The Rock. Like I am into wrestling because of The Rock. I'm that basic. Okay? I am that basic of a fan.
A lot of people got into wrestling because of The Rock or Stone Cold.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. But like, I wasn't in it because I fell in love with Bret Hart, because he was a bit before I started, watching. It's Jesus. He was backstage. He saw John Cena. And then I was kind of hoping that he would interact with Paul Heyman, and he didn't. Yeah. Because if he did, this was practically them saying that we're getting this match.
Yep.
I was kind of hoping, because now that when Roman Reigns returns on November 1st, right?
I believe so. Well, yeah, maybe. Okay. I think he's going to be wrestling at Crown Jewel, or whatever they're going to call that. Is it Crown Jewel that they're having November 4th in Saudi Arabia?
I think it's Crown Jewel.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Whatever.
I don't care.
Whatever show they're having.
In Saudi, yeah. So he's going to have to talk about it, right? Yeah. Like Roman going to have to talk about the fact that The Rock was there.
Maybe. I mean, we'll have to see. He didn't mention it, did he? Like, I don't.
The Rock didn't mention Roman at all.
Yeah.
This was me, because they did have a backstage segment between Jimmy and Paul Heyman. I was kind of hoping that Paul Heyman would bump into The Rock, and he was like, "Oh, hi." Like, long time no see.
Yeah, that would have given me okay.
And they didn't, and I was like, why didn't they do that? I was kind of bummed out, but like, only time will tell, I guess. I will never ever not want The Rock to be on WrestleMania. I will never not want that, because this is basically me giving money. Okay. I'm gonna watch WrestleMania either way. But will I enjoy WrestleMania more if The Rock is there? Pretty much.
Yes. Yeah. We got a super chat from our good friend Eric Freeds. He says, "Rob, Maggie, chat, what is up? In tribute to Rob's mustache, with which wrestlers would you drive on a bus? And what music are you both into these days? Which wrestlers would you drive on a bus?" I don't know what that means.
I'm gonna have to drive a bunch of wrestlers that are okay with each other, because I am not good with confrontation. Because if I'm driving, I'm gonna need silence and good energy, because like I've never driven a thing in my life. Well,
like, okay.
Not what I meant.
That sounds like it.
Okay, whatever. So, a vehicle in my life.
Yeah, let's get this.
I've never driven a vehicle.
This is my reaction to what Maggie just said.
Okay.
How do I stop it now?
Way to go. Yeah.
There we go. That was supposed to be fireworks.
Yeah, so probably Big E, Miro, Luchasaurus, Christian Cage, the Young Bucks, and AJ Styles.
I'm one of those. I don't really know. Like, if it's one of like where I'm just talking to wrestlers, then
get it, because the Young Bucks are Christian as fuck.
Okay.
They're gonna have to talk to Christian Cage a lot.
Jesus. I don't know. I mean, like if I was, I don't understand the question. I guess I'll answer it like yours. So, AJ Styles, I'd love to talk to, like on a ride. Christian would be another person. John Moxley would be somebody that I'd love to talk to. Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
There's so many that it's ridiculous.
Jesus.
There's so many people I'd want to talk to. So it's
you can fit 44 people on a bus, so that's
so there was, let's see here. I wondered before we moved on that there was a question Keyshawn had that I wanted to answer. Are you a fan of AEW's booking lately?
Am I a fan of the booking? I'm a fan of the matches. Their storytelling has been a bit iffy.
Yep.
I am not gonna lie. It's been iffy ever since. Like, I feel like every time Forbidden Door comes around the corner and they just start putting dream matches on our television, and that's fine. But like, they have Forbidden Door, and then they have All In, and then All Out, and then Grand Slam, and then everything, and then and just it's a bit much. Like, you cannot possibly have storytelling for all of these events, which are 2 or 3 months apart. This is why I'm not a fan of monthly pay-per-views, by the way. I've been a fan of the format that AEW had like 1 or 2 years ago, because this made their weekly television like not a miss. Because because a lot of big matches and big stories were unraveled on the very weekly show. Like, you don't have to necessarily wait for the pay-per-view like you do at WWE. You basically, WWE gives you the opportunity to watch only pay-per-views, and then you will know what's happening.
Yeah,
because nothing ever happens on weekly television. WWE doesn't do that.
Yeah. I pretty much agree with you on that. So Randy Orton was at the WWE PC Performance Center. It sounds like he's been there for a couple weeks now. So here and there.
Yeah, everyone says that, like, when you're gonna be back on television, they, and in the ring also, they make a point out of you getting your reps in. So this is a positive thing. Maybe like he's doing better, because like he did what spinal fusion? Like no?
Yes. Back fusion. I think
back fusion. That sounds really, really serious.
I think it was back fusion. I'll double check.
Yeah, please double check, because I don't want us to look like idiots who don't know.
Back fusion. Back fusion.
Back fusion surgery. Yeah, that sounds incredibly serious. And there were people saying that he might never get back in the ring.
Yeah.
But with everything happening, I feel like a lot of people have been saying that he's jacked and big.
Well, they showed a picture of him. Like, somebody showed a picture of him at the PC, and he was walking by, and he looked good. He looked good size. So good for him.
Yeah, but like, it was a video, and there's a picture. But like, if you see him in ring gear, like, that's a different thing. Because do you remember when Dean Ambrose came back to WWE to be in Seth Rollins' corner?
Yep.
Well, he was facing Dolph Ziggler, and Dolph Ziggler had Drew McIntyre in his corner. The moment he came out of the ramp, and he had oh my god, like those traps and everything, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like, he did not look that way before that.
I remember when I don't know if you were watching then, but when Triple H came back from his quad injury, I believe, from back at the Madison Square Garden show, like when he came back, they always show the clip of him like coming back, and the dude was just jacked like crazy.
Enormous.
Yeah.
Enormous.
So we still don't know why Cody wants Jay on Raw. We got to do this pretty quick. So,
I still have no idea what his motivations are. It's pretty much has to be the fact that he wants to go himself on SmackDown, just so he can start the whole thing with Roman up again. Like what are you doing, Cody? Like what are your motivations for this? And why do you care so much? Like there's always has to be something. And while we're on the subject, like the thing I wanted to talk about before we finish up the show, have you been a fan of the way that they're telling the story with Jimmy Uso? Because I don't get it.
No, I don't really get it at all.
I don't get it. Like, do you remember like a couple of months ago, the Bloodline was the best story in wrestling, period.
Yeah.
Not in WWE, in wrestling, like in recent history also. But if like there are a lot of stories from New Japan with the Golden Lovers and everything in the Elite in New Japan and AEW, and then Kenny Omega and Takeshita now is really good. I've been enjoying it. Also Young Bucks and FTR, come on. But the Bloodline has always stood tall, and they always found a way to reel us back in because it was getting stale, and then Sami Zayn came.
Yeah.
And Sami Zayn made magic with that, and then it stopped being a thing, and then Cody Rhodes came. But then this got blew out of proportion, this blew out in their faces because like he didn't finish the story. And this sucks because I feel like this is the longest time where the Bloodline has been boring for me, and it also coincides with the fact that Roman is not on television. Like in kayfabe, this makes no sense.
I'm wondering, and this is just me wondering. I'm wondering, and I think it'd be kind of dumb if they do this in a way. I'm kind of wondering if the Bloodline gets back together soon, because I'm wondering if we're going to see Judgment Day versus Bloodline
in a War Games.
Yeah.
I'm
kind of wondering if that's what we're going to get.
I'm also wondering this, but the fact is that.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say JD don't Google me would be part of the Judgment Day to make it 4-on-4, even though it should be a 5-on-5 match. But
come on, Rhea Ripley's there.
Well,
like she can manhandle everyone.
Well, I know that, but it's up to WWE if they would let that happen.
Yeah, of course
they could if they go the route with Nia Jax being part of the Bloodline. I mean, they could do this.
Jesus fucking.
How awesome would that be?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying that if they could do that, I would take it. I mean, I'm not a big Nia fan, but if they're gonna do something, let's go that route, I guess. You know what I mean?
This is the only way I would care about Nia Jax.
Yeah.
This is the only way. Actually,
yeah, that's it for me too. You got it.
The thing is that I feel like they're building towards Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso facing each other at WrestleMania.
Possibly, yeah. Potentially.
Which sucks for me. Like the match is going to be match of the year contender, I'm sure. But that's your best tag team on the roster. Like, would you? It's the same thing I said last week, Rob.
Yeah.
It makes no sense because you have an excellent tag team division. And it's like crushing your leader. It's like you having a bunch of restaurants and bars, and then you take the leader of the best one and then you kill him. Like that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like it brings you so much money. Let's ruin it.
Yeah. Well,
so I'm anxious to see where this is going because I want the Bloodline. Okay.
Yeah.
It continued to be a thing. I would have been happy if the Bloodline was not a thing after WrestleMania because Cody won the championship or whatever and everything and so on and so on. But it's still a thing, and it's boring, and I hate it.
Yeah. Well, as we are about to wrap up our show, Maggie, I'm doing something that I haven't done in a while. I'm bringing it back just for today. Rob jokes.
Yes, with the stash.
Yeah, with the stash. Maggie, a guy walks into a bar and he was disqualified from the limbo contest.
There you go.
Yeah. Did you hear about the kidnapping at school? It's okay. He woke up.
Oh my God, you're doing dad jokes.
Why does Princess Leia keep her hair tied up in buns?
Why?
So it doesn't hang so low. Which Star Wars character sells hot dogs? Admiral Snack Bar.
Oh, Admiral Snack Bar, yeah.
Okay. I think I did got you on that one not too long
ago.
No,
okay. You haven't. I just yeah. And they can have Cafe Olea.
Yeah. There you go. And lastly, my wife is furious at our next door neighbor who sunbathed topless in our backyard. Personally, I'm on the fence.
Yeah. That's an oldie goldie.
Oldie goldie. But yeah, Maggie, plug your shit.
Guys, you can follow me on X Twitter at Maggie_IK and on Instagram at Maggie.IK. Thank you.
Guys, you can follow me at Rob Wilkins on Twitter. You can follow me at Rob Wilkins, at Fightful Rob on Instagram and at Fightful Rob on Threads. And then every Friday, you can catch us right here at 3 o'clock Eastern on Fightful Overbooked. Eventually, we will be bringing back Coexisting After Dark.
Yeah, we just have to get our shit together.
Yeah, you know what we have to do? We just have to
sacrifice.
But meanwhile, you know what I'm doing? I'm just over at
David Buster's, damn it.
Yeah. Too soon? Just too soon, huh? My bad. All right, guys. We will see you guys next week. Peace out. Talk to you later.